everybody, how is it going? It is meal planning time again. I am back with finally. Okay, guys, I'm really quick. I am going to touch on what happened last week. There was absolutely no meal planning video. When I did last week's grocery haul, I had full intentions of doing one, but I did say in last week's grocery haul that there wasn't actually a meal plan and that I was going to touch on that in the meal planning video. And in the end, I didn't do it. I was not in a very good place at that point. We have had a lot of really rough stuff happen. I'm just going to touch on that. I am, in fact, right after this, actually, I am going to do an update video on everything that has been happening, where we're at, because it's October. It's time for another one of those, so I can tell you where our family is at and the size of it and everything else and how that is looking. So basically, there wasn't a meal plan. I was not in a place mentally to have one, use one, anyway. Even if we had it written, probably wouldn't have done it. So there were two things written down because I had started it previously, but it just didn't happen. So I'm going to run through those with you, and then I'm going to show you everything else that is on this week's plan. So, okay. Moving up to my handy dandy notebook. Last week, guys, I literally just had Jazz's meal and pigs in a blanket. Now, Jazz's meal, that's our oldest daughter is Jasmine. And she's never been one to cook or anything else. She kind of fought me anytime I tried to teach her to. And now that she is technically an adult, she's starting to take an interest in some of the stuff. She found a recipe she wanted to try, and she wanted to celebrate. She's had some pretty big wins in the workforce more recently. So really excited for her. She actually has been offered her dream job that is not something most 18-year-olds get. Not only do most 18-year-olds not have their dream job already, it's a job that is not typically offered to 18-year-olds. They can hire as low as 18, but they don't usually. So it's big. She's wanted this job for a couple years. She knew she had to wait. And this is where she's at. So she wanted to celebrate. And I'm really excited for that. So, okay. So moving on to this week. This week, I actually have 6 things written down. There was one off to the side I was going to write and obviously didn't. We did just have that. So I will explain that here in a minute. So we've got bean burritos. Quesadillas, because we do have those fryer chickens this week. And they're big. So I decided we'd go ahead and do that. Pocket roulette. This is something I've touched on. This is where a couple of our teenage daughters love to do this. It's kind of a fridge clean out meal. So that works for me. But basically what they do is they take crescent rolls. Instead of breaking them into the triangles, you leave 2 of them together for a rectangle. You kind of press that seam down the center so it doesn't split. And then you stuff it like a pocket. So think Hot Pockets, homemade style. So some of the fryer chicken in there. Basically, whatever we have got for leftovers, they call it roulette. They make ones that they know the little ones will like, and they make sure that they know which ones those are. Otherwise, I mean, sloppy Joe mix. I've seen, last time I think they did some almond butter and jelly ones. Turns out they really liked those. Trying to think here. They've done chicken. They've done cheese, various sauces, whatever we've got in the fridge. They have had fun. Pepperonis get used. Salami gets used. Summer sausage, I think once, but they found out that way too greasy. Yeah, there's really no limits. I have told them, though, that they have to make sure that they are things that people will actually eat, because I do not want the food wasted. If they would not attempt eating it themselves, don't make it, because there's a chance they're going to get it. And if there's any siblings who do not want to participate in roulette, then that sibling can make a request, which may or may not get offered, or they can just make themselves something. So that is what pocket roulette is. Moving on here, we have steak and potato soup, which, if you saw the extra little clip I added on to yesterday's grocery haul, we just got 50 pounds of red potatoes. I have a little bit of yellow potatoes left that need to hurry up and be used. So I'm not sure which one. We'll probably use up those yellow potatoes and put that in the steak and potato soup, which is I'm going to have to look through my recipe playlist and see if that's one I've done in before. Otherwise, I will have to go ahead and do that. It's really easy, guys. I really just use stew meat that we cut into smaller because Sam's Club makes the stew meat in huge chunks, too big for stew in my opinion. Do that and some potatoes. Basically make it almost as if I was going to do a roast, but with extra liquid. It's really good again. Chicken and rice dish. There's actually a different name for this. It's something I made like a year ago or something. Everybody really seemed to like. And I thought, well, you know what? I've got some rice I do need to start getting through. And we're moving into more of these cool weather dishes. So I need to go through my cookbooks, find the exact name for it. If I can't find it, I have some basic ideas. Guys, we're from the Midwest. We do casseroles a lot. Or hot dishes or whatever you want to call them. So I can make something with chicken and rice in it and it will still be good. And then nachos. Because if you watched last week's grocery haul, you know that my husband did the shopping and came home with 8 bags of potato chips. That is a lot of chips. And that is not something that we would have normally bought that many. So needless to say, we have some left over. And he did not need to buy any this week. I say that and I feel like he still did. I need to actually, I haven't edited the grocery haul video yet. I'm doing that after I do this as well so that I can put it up here on Monday. So yeah, so I need to double check, but anyhow, those taco chips, we've got plenty of those. I know that we've still got some plain chips, so the nachos are on there. What I did not put on here off to the side, so when I'm doing the meal planning, anything written here is, these are things that we have the ingredients for, or I've already talked to him as he's at the grocery store, and I know that we'll have it, so I can put it here. Anything I write on this side, which I didn't write it down, those are hopeful items. So like a meal I'm hoping to be able to make, but I haven't confirmed that we are able to get all of the ingredients yet, or if we are in fact planning pizza or eating out somewhere else. Basically something like that, that obviously we don't have yet because we're getting it in that moment, but it's on here. So that way I can remember, oh yeah, we're having that this day, so I can plan around it. Because some of these meals I make in the crock pot, so I got to start them in the morning. I need to be aware of this stuff. So anyhow, the one that we already had, the little kids ended up eating freezer foods. But Taco Bell has their $5 cravings boxes, which are really great for teenagers. It's still, with this many people, can add up really fast if we get everybody one. But to get the 4 teenagers each a box, and then whatever Sean wants to get himself. And then I pretty much the only thing I can eat from there is our Power Bowls, and even that's kind of iffy. So yeah, it can still add up technically, but those cravings boxes usually have at least 3 items in it, comes with a drink. That's great for teenagers. And you know what, guys, it's enough food. I know there are some people who will still eat more beyond that, but you don't need to. So there is my little thoughts on that. But so it's plenty for growing teenagers. Anyhow, that is this week's meal plan. That is how we plan on using the groceries that you saw in yesterday's grocery haul, paired with everything that we have in our pantry and in our freezers, stuff that we are working through. It is that time of year where I'm really starting to check expiration dates. And the next few weeks especially, you're going to see kind of some reoccurring themes, because there's some things that I know we're getting closer to the end on than I'd like. So we need to get using some of it. Some of our stock and some of that is some of that. And I don't want that going bad because I really like that stock. So we're going to have a lot more soups, things that use that. I use that stock in our shepherd's pie and anything like that where I have to make more of a roux, as well as the soups and things like that. Also, little tip for flavor. If you're making white rice, you can do it with brown rice too. It just doesn't, the flavor doesn't carry over quite as much, is use chicken stock or even beef stock instead of water. It's actually really good. Adds that little bit of extra flavor. So anyhow, there it is. I hope you guys have enjoyed this, that you've been able to take something from this and see just how it is that we do everything. If you have any questions, leave that in the comment section down below. I will be happy to answer it as I can, as long as it's a worthwhile question that is respectful, because guys, I have been deleting those other comments. If you see any, please feel free to let me know, because I am realizing that a lot of the new comments, not all of them though, I do get notifications for some of them, but when it comes to a comment, I only see those if I happen to scroll through things. So I only found that out recently, tried to go through and clean some stuff up, but guys, I just don't see it all. I don't have time to go through the comments on all of the comments. So if there's something in there, please feel free, report it to YouTube, let me know, and I will clean up what I can and do my part with that. So I hope that you guys are having a blessed day. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss everything else coming up next. And on top of that, I am going to add to that and say that if you guys could share my channel, share these videos, that would mean so much to me. I am actually getting really close to hitting a first major milestone here on YouTube, and I'm so excited, and I can't wait to share that with you when I actually do that. So I hope I said everything else. So I will see you in the next one.